Well, I'm just running out of things to say at this point. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Setsu videocast recapping yesterday's game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Colorado Rockies as the Phillies lose 5-4 to the Rockies as they lose the series. Oh my goodness gracious, this Phillies team is just so frustrating. And guys, just friggin' in this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So ladies and gentlemen, I just don't even need to say anymore, right? And as I said in the intro, I'm just running out of things to say at this point. You lose 3-4 to this Colorado Rockies team, who is just an absolute train wreck, right? I mean, they are a bad team in general, especially when they are on the road wearing that road uniform. I mean, they're just a bad baseball team. No other way to say it, but ladies and gentlemen, this is just a 500 baseball team. I mean, we string a couple wins together, and we string a couple losses together. So it's just like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, right? So here's another video. I'm gonna be kind of just chilling, right? I'm not really gonna be ranting anymore. We're just one game over 500. But am I frustrated? Yes. But honestly, I'm just learning to expect it at this point. As I said in previous intros, you just have to learn to expect it and accept it at this point, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just tired of this, right? Just a 500 baseball team year after year after year. I mean, I'd rather just see them just blow this whole thing up in this rebuild. I'm just sick of this, man. I want to see postseason baseball. Honestly, I'd rather just be rebuilding than having 500 baseball. At this point, I feel like the Los Angeles Angels. As you pick up the scoring summary in the bottom of the first inning, J.T. Muto had a pretty good day yesterday as he doubles on a sharp line drive to left field. Odubel Herrera comes around to score as the Phillies now lead it 1-0. So J.T. Realmuto, it's about time he did something. His 23rd double of the season. Hopefully this gets him going right. I mean, despite the the bad the baseball on display this weekend in the city of Philadelphia, it was nice to see J.T. Muto had the day he had yesterday. And before I go any further to talk about this at the beginning, I apologize for getting this video out so late, right? I mean, I had work last night. I'm in the process of moving. I have school, so I apologize for getting this video out so late. So my apologies. So we pick it up bottom of the fourth inning. Aaron Nola helping himself out, ladies and gentlemen, as he singles on a line drive to right field the other way. J.T. Muto comes around to score as the Phillies now lead it 2-0. So pitchers who rake, am I right? So Aaron Nola wasn't great on the mound yesterday, but it's nice to see him get that ribby single to get the Phillies a 2-0 lead, and we pick it up top of the fifth inning, right? You saw Bryce Harper totally misplay a ball in right field. That was not an easy catch to make, right? Any of us try to go out there and catch a fly ball with the sun in our eyes, man. That is not easy. That is not easy. And for anyone who was, mad at him and saying, "Oh my gosh, how do you not catch?" I'd like to see them go out there and try to do that as well. That is not an easy play to make. And yes, they're professionals. I understand that, but I tell you, that is not easy, man. That is just not a fun play to make, and Bryce Harper just misplayed it. And then we have Garrett Hampson, an 0-2 count. Aaron Nola, what does he do? He hangs the breaking ball over the middle part of the plate, and Hampson homered on a fly ball to left field. He was just waiting for it. His 10th of the season, a 3-run shot that scores Diaz and Welker as the Rockies take the lead now 3-2. Crazy, man. We have a 2-0 lead, and then bam, just like that, a 3-run shot right there from Hampson off of Aaron Nola. Like I said, even a hanging breaking ball. I tell you what, man. I understand. I just had to be a huge mistake on location, right? That's what he was trying to do. Had him 0-2, he's going to try to go down and get him fishing. Well, guess what he did? He totally missed his spot. He wasn't executing well. Hung over the middle part of the plate, and it got knocked out of the ballpark. End the story right there. 3-2 Colorado. Then we pick it up bottom of the sixth inning as the Phillies tie as Ashton Gurriel throws a wild pitch. J.T. Muto comes around to score on that from third as the Phillies tied at 3. So what a way to take advantage of your opponent's mistakes right there. J.T. Muto, as a catcher, because he's got a lot of speed, am I right? So it's nice to see that out of J.T. Muto coming around right there and taking advantage of an opponent's mistake. Then we pick it up top of the seventh inning. Garrett Hampson does it again, ladies and gentlemen. His second homer of the game as he homers on a fly ball to left center field. This time a 2-run shot that scores Diaz's 11th of the season, second of the game, as it's now 5-3 Colorado. So excellent job right there from Hector Neris, right? He was very, very good going into this game, right? Everybody's due for a Rocky appearance at some point, but that's kind of disappointing, right? Hector made a lot of progress And of course, he's gonna give up a home run like that at some point, right? So 5-3 Colorado. Then we pick it up. Bottom of the 8th inning, Bryce Harper does it again, ladies and gentlemen. This guy has to win MVP. If he doesn't, it's an absolute disgrace. As he homers on a fly ball to right field, his 32nd of the season. As the Phillies are now just down by 1, a 5-4 ball game. Bryce Harper continues to just stay red hot. In my opinion, I think he's on track for 36, man. I mean, this guy is just having a great year, and despite what the Phillies are doing, they're playing a lot of bad teams, to finish out this year. The Baltimore Orioles, Pittsburgh Pirates. I mean, you go down to Miami, so I gotta think that he's gonna continue to just hit this bad pitching. Excellent job right there from Bryce. Not an excellent job by the Phillies, though. So Duberher did just not have a good day yesterday. A leadoff spot going hitless, but he did collect the walk, but not the best day out of him. And Gene Segura puts the ball in play a lot, but only managed to collect 1 hit yesterday. Bryce Harper, the only 1 hit was a big one. The solo shot to right field on line, trying to carry 366 feet, as we just discussed with Bryce. He needs to win MVP. He has the best numbers out of any NL hitter. I mean, it's just like the OPS is insane. I understand, yes, the RBIs are still low. The average is very, very good. The OBP above 400. This guy's just having a great year. And I just feel so bad for him that his team's just not winning for him. That's the saddest part of all. And Jay Chimuto, as I discussed, I mean, in my opinion, the Phillies hostile player of the game, despite the loss, collects 3 hits, scores 2 runs, and also with that RBI double. JT had a very, very good day yesterday, and hopefully this gets him going, right? He was behind the plate. So a great job by JT. Gets his average now back up above the 260 mark as it sits at 262. So let's hope that he can get it going a little bit. And Dieter Gregorius, I don't know what's going to give it this guy. If you really want to know how bad he's been, his OPS sits at 660. I mean, this guy's having a really, really bad year. This guy's not done anything this year. He's been awful. I think that he's going to be a guy that maybe the Phillies look to trade in the offseason. It makes sense. As Freddie Galvis gets to start a third and collects 1 hit, Matt Vierling continues to cool off. I mean, they're just going to pull him, right? You saw Matt Joyce's back, right? Forgot to mention that. Vince Velasquez gets DFA'd. It's about time, ladies and gentlemen. Completely forgot to talk about in the video yesterday. And go take a look at Aaron Nola starts. 5 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, all 3 are earned. Didn't walk a batter and struck out 10. So, really, if you think about it, I mean, other than that mistake to Garrett Hampson, he really wasn't all that bad, right? And he was striking out 10 and just 5 1/3. That's very, very good. See, that's the thing with Aaron. Like, yes, he's not been very good this year, but he has so much potential. And we all know the potential's in him, right? I mean, you got to give him that. And, striking out 10 and just 5 1/3. You saw, tied Tom Seaver's record in June. So, the most consecutive batters struck out. So, you know what? I mean, he's the kind of guy that's going to rank up the strikeouts, right? When the curveball's on, the off-speed's on. Actually, other than that big mistake to Garrett Hampson yesterday with the hanging breakable in the middle part of the plate, his stuff didn't really look that bad yesterday. It didn't. I mean, it just seemed that Bryce Harper, misplayed that ball in right field. I'm not really going to go too hard on him. Yes, I run a fantasy to the guy. I don't want you to think that, like I'm being biased and giving him a pass, but I kind of am giving him a pass because you know what? That was a really hard play to make, and I'm really not going to, beat too hard on Bryce. I'm just not. So, I give Bryce a pass on that. I mean, should he have probably caught that ball? I mean, yeah. I mean, he's a professional, but it's not an easy play to make. There's a difference between should he have caught that or is that an easy play to make, and I mean, he probably should have caught that, but hey, I mean, that's not an easy play to make, so you got to give him that. Aaron Nola, other than that big mistake to Garrett Hampson, wasn't all that bad yesterday. You saw the command, right? Didn't walk a batter. 5 1/3, did not walk a batter, so I give him credit for that. His ERA now sits at 4.58. Connor Brogdon had come in that 6th inning and collect the final 2 outs, and he did just that. As Hector Neris gets smacked with the loss, as he gave up that 2-run shot to Garrett Hampson, right? His second home run of the game, and he gets smacked with the loss. Now 2-6 on the year, but like I said, can't really look at the win-loss column with a reliever. I mean, he has a 3.45 ERA. You saw, early July it was around like the 5 mark. I mean, he was able to work that back down. I mean, I'm not really too mad at Hector. I mean, he's been pretty good, prior to that. But yeah, I mean, he's partly to blame for that loss yesterday. There's no question about that. I mean, you got to at least admit that. So I understand that. And of course, Ian Kennedy comes in there in the time of that. Then, of course, when it's not a safe situation, then he'll do his job, right? Of course. So he couldn't have done this, the first game of the series. Right, I mean, so the Phillies lose 3 of 4 to the Rockies. What is there left to say? I mean, I don't really want to make this a rant anymore, but just like, see, this is just such a failure organization. This team is just a failure, right? They literally have it handed to them. All they have to do is just win the series against these bad teams, and they can't even do that. I don't get it. I just don't get it. All they have to do is just win series against these bad teams, and they can't do it. They fail. They fail. I mean, that's just unacceptable. The last time the Rockies came to Citizens Bank Park, they got swept. So there's simply no excuse for this. And you got the Chicago Cubs coming to town. Someone's like, oh, you got to sweep these guys. I mean, yeah, you got to sweep these guys, but you know, judging on recent past when the Phillies play these bad teams, do you really think they're going to sweep these guys? Probably not, right? So it just makes all the sense in the world, and it's also just extremely frustrating as well. I'm tired of this year after year after year of this bad baseball. I mean, the Eagles are back now. I don't really want to talk about that. I'm not really a big Eagles guy. I don't really care. But it's just the Phillies they're losing attention, and it makes all the sense in the world. They are losing attention from the city because no one cares. No one cares about a team that's one game over 500 that never can gain momentum. They can never beat the bad teams, it seems like, right? You saw they're 9-2 against the Nationals since the All-Star break. I mean, they're awful against everybody else, right? I mean, a way below 500 record. I mean, it's just the same old story over and over and over again. Seems like this team is just lingering along, right? It's just like lingering along, like nothing's really happening. They're just playing 500 baseball to finish up the season, but it's not like win-loss like it was in 2019. It seems more like string a bunch of wins together and then string a bunch of losses together. That's at least what I, kind of gather from this. I mean, it's just like, I don't even know. It's still 500 anyone you want to put it. At the end of the day, it's still a 500 baseball team. You have to temper your expectations, but yes, I'm disappointed. Because we've seen what this team could do when they're on, right? I mean, against the Mets, remember that, 8-game winning streak, against the Mets, the Nationals, right? I mean, Nationals, a terrible baseball team. But the Mets, they're all right. But you know what? I mean, we see, we all know, the potentials in this team to be very, very good. And they have a lot of holes to patch up this winter in the offseason. But it seems like we've been on this road before, haven't we? And I do have something to Dave Dombrowski, right? He hasn't been here, if you really think about it, all that long. So you have to have some patience. But yes, I'm running out of some of my patience because I'm just tired of it year after year after year. It's just the same old story over and over again. As we go take a look at some of the transactions, right, as I alluded to earlier, the Phillies did designate Vince Velasquez for assignment, and yesterday he was released, right? So he was cut. It's about time. I don't know why they even tendered his contract at the beginning of last offseason. So say la vie, Vince. I mean, you were terrible. You showed a lot of potential, but you just didn't pan out, right? I mean, you were given way too many opportunities. So it's about time that he's gone. I mean, I'm very, very happy about that. Andrew Knapp is now back as Rafael Marchand was optioned. I'd much rather have Rafael Marchand as the backup catcher. But anyway, as the Phillies also designated Enyel De Los Santos for assignment. Goodbye. About time. Good riddance. Am I right? So as I discussed earlier, Matt Joyce has been activated off of that IL, right? So it's been a little while. I believe it's since been like late May, early June. So it's about time that Matt Joyce is back to finish off the season. I'm sure he's glad to be back. And Travis Gronkowski was placed on the 10-day injury list with right foot contusion. So Travis Gronkowski goes on the IL. So most likely, if he's not going to be out for the rest of the season, he's going to be coming back towards the tail end of the season. We're already kind of in that period of kind of reaching the end point. His season's pretty much done. So those are your little roster moves, right? I mean, who really cares about what the rest of the NL East did? But the Phillies are 4.5 back from the first place spotters as the Mets and Braves won yesterday. Francisco Lindor, the 3-homer game. I mean, you think that this guy's depicted as the Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Smile. This guy is the most passive-aggressive person ever. I mean, this guy causes nothing but trouble. He puts the thumbs down to the fans with him and his little buddy, Javier Baez. I mean, this guy is so passive-aggressive, I can't stand it. I mean, this guy is not Mr. Nice Guy. I mean, would you ever see Bryce Harper do something like that? No, you would not. And he's trying to, cause a bunch of beef with Giancarlo Stanton. I mean, it's just ridiculous. The Phillies are also 2.5 back from the wild card spot, the second wild card spot, which is very, very interesting. As the Padres and Reds are tied for that second spot. It's very, and the Cardinals are only 1 game back. So the Phillies still technically have a chance, but they just fail. I mean, they just do whatever they can to try to miss the playoffs, it seems like. It's just so frustrating. So guys, enjoyed watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't done yet. Please share the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section. Have Phillies Hats to Instagram, TikTok, Instagram. Call or text 267-225-3292. Email me, phillieshats@gmail.com. So the day off today for the Phils. Not a day off for me, but a day off for the Phils. And tomorrow night, 7-5, the first pitch. Hampson 0-2 with a 2.20 ERA going for the Cubs. And Kyle Gibson going for the Phils. 10-6 with a 3.3 ERA. So guys, thanks for watching. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go Phils. See you guys.